Welcome back to a special hour of the RM Classic Car Auction, where we're counting down the top 10 cars that we've seen roll across RM auction blocks. Each of these incredible cars is one of the finest ever made, and they represent some of the milestones of classic car history. RM is the preeminent vintage car auction house in the world, with events year-round in both North America and Europe. Founded by restorer and historian Rob Myers as a restoration business, RM broke into the auction world in 1991, and ever since, they've been offering the finest cars in the world to the most discriminating collectors on the planet. Suavely checking in at number 9 is the ride of choice for the world's preeminent super spy. This 1965 Aston Martin DB5 coupe, identical to the one featured in the James Bond film Goldfinger, was used as part of the worldwide publicity tour for the premiere of Thunderball.
Okay, well, I have to confess something here on this one. I am a lifelong James Bond fan. So when I saw this car and I saw that it was coming up for auctions, I just drooled all over it. I wasn't about to bid on it myself. But what makes this car very cool is that it has all the little gadgets like you saw in the movies. So you get all of the style of the real James Bond movie car, and you get to be James Bond. I mean, what is better than that?
Alan de Cadenet was on hand to see this piece of movie history roll across the block.
The James Bond Aston Martin DB5 is now about to come up on the dais here. Well, that's it. Did you hear that? And don't the audience love it as well? Everything works on this car. The number plates twiddle around, the machine guns come out and they fire. I mean, everything you ever heard about James Bond's Aston Martins are embodied in this car. It was used, of course, as one of the 2 press cars to announce the actual opening of the first movies. Have a look up the top here. There's the escape hatch for the ejector seat. There's your bulletproof screen coming up at the back. And he can pump a whole load of smoke out if he feels like it as well. Oh, here we go. There's the bumpers coming out. There are those rather nasty cutters that come on out and actually drill a hole in the car next door to you as you go along. Come and have a look at the front number plate.
We're at 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah, it's a strange thing about a car like this, because you can't go and get one anywhere else. You can jump in and drive it. Imagine turning up to your local restaurant in this and the valet comes out to park it.
1.75 now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 1.75 now. Thank you, sir. 1850. Yes, $1.9 million, ladies and gentlemen, now. The bid is here. It's shaken. It ain't stirred yet. At $1,900,000. Whoa! Did that wake you up? Third and last time at $1,900,000 it's going. It's gone! Well done!
At $1.9 million, the James Bond Aston Martin is truly a flawless and highly prized piece of movie history. In fact, the winning bid represents a number more than 2/3 of the budget for Goldfinger itself. Not a bad figure for a car with a legend all its own.
A regular DB5 sells in the, $200,000 to $300,000 to $400,000 range. So yeah, it's significant premium over the base car. But what's the value of being James Bond? It's priceless.
Roaring onto our list at number 8 is the brash newcomer, the definitive muscle car, an icon of Americana, the 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda convertible. The Hemi Cuda was the unquestioned master of the road and drag strip alike, and to see it on the block at RM's Phoenix event, Vintage Automobiles in Arizona, was a rare and exciting opportunity.
I think the muscle cars definitely are a statement, and I think they'll always be popular, but whether they're at those lofty million-dollar levels, I think is probably iffy. And as far as the collector's concerned, it just comes down to rarity and recalling what you always wanted.
It's only surprising in that these are really just production cars. There was a production convertible car, and it just so happened that somebody checked the Hemi box.
Hemi bargain when you compare it to one of the big fish of this hour, the 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda convertible. Why is everybody so excited about this car, Ken?
This is the top of the tree, a 426 Street Hemi, a 4-speed with the Hearst shifter. I mean, this has all the desirable elements. Those are the things that make cars valuable.
Thank you very much indeed. We have $1 million, ladies and gentlemen, on the telephone desk now. Thank you. 1.250, ladies and gentlemen. At $1,000,005. 200,000 now, ladies and gentlemen.
Suddenly on the block rolls up a Hemi Cuda that in one bid goes from $1 million to $1.5 million. That is some serious momentum. Is this thing going to stop?
Well, it probably won't. This is one that everyone's very interested in. It's up to 1.75, and there's a lot of excitement in the room.
$2 million!
What is it about muscle cars right now? Is it the fact there are a lot of people that just can relate to muscle cars, kind of like the baby boomer era?
2-1, thank you very much indeed. Now,
Where this is the car that they dreamed about, that they had hanging up over their bedroom wall, and now it's something that maybe they can afford. What is pushing the market?
I think the answer is yes and yes to all of that.
$2,200,000, ladies and gentlemen.
$2.2 million. Unbelievable.
It's going the once tonight, ladies and gentlemen, then at $2,200,000. Are you all done? Sold, ladies and gentlemen, now. Excellent. $2,200,000, thank you very much indeed.
That $2.2 million bid is not only a record for a Hemi Cuda, it's by far the biggest number ever paid for a muscle car in RM's history. And it set the marketplace for more recent cars on its ear. Where older, more stately cars have always been seen as a safer investment, the jaw-dropping winning bid for the Hemi Cuda certainly opened a lot of eyes in the collector car world. Coming up, the fastest production car of its era.
Definitely the finest car that they ever built.
Along with an incredible coach-built masterpiece that set a seemingly unbeatable record.
The most extraordinary American-built motor car that I've ever had the privilege of seeing.
When the RM Classic Car Auction returns.